Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review on, and just like that, this is season 1, episode 8. So basically, the episode starts off. They are at a Pride event, and Shay is on a stage giving, basically doing their thing, and Miranda is there to support. So as Shay is on stage, doing what they do, they're making a speech about basically living in your truth and not hiding and just living in your truth, basically. And everybody is cheering and going up. And then Miranda happens to look to her left or her right, I can't remember. And she sees her son, Brady, and his girlfriend there. Because Shay made a comment about shout out to the allies. And she just happened to look, and then she saw Brady and his girlfriend. And so when she saw the when I tell you about Miranda got the girl ducking and dodging, girl. Miranda was out of that. Do you hear me? So Shay saw Miranda basically sneaking away. So she kind of started to stumble in what she was saying. Then she got it together. They got it together. And so afterwards, Shay walks up to Miranda. Miranda had coffee. And she basically brings up the fact that Miranda basically pretty much disappeared. Like, girl, you snuck away. Like, girl, where you go? Are you running? I think they asked her, are you running from the cops or something like that? And then it comes up about Miranda. Shay assumed this entire time that Miranda was in an open relationship. Miranda tells Shay, no. Not until I met you. Nah, Miranda, you still was cheating on Steve. Even up until the point you met Shay, you still went in an open relationship. Did Steve know? Do Steve know you out here, girl, carpet munching? Girl, okay? Do Steve know you out here, girl, bumping cash? No. Or even if you was hopping on the D and doing the full split, Steve ain't know nothing about it. So no, if you're not in an open relationship, girl, you cheating. So Shay is upset. And rightfully so. Because if you have been having sex with this person, you think you have this connection with this person, and then boom, they tell you, oh, by the way, oh yeah, I'm married, but no, it's nothing, nothing. So Shay basically tells her, I can't deal with this until you get yourself situated. Basically, leave me alone. Carrie's apartment looks like a high-end boutique. She has clothes everywhere. Seema comes over. Seema wants to smoke a cigarette. Carrie tells her absolutely not. The last time she smoked a cigarette, it turned into a whole mess. She felt like her clothes smelled like smoke because she started smoking all the time. So she has a new neighbor. The neighbor is a young girl. Goodness, girl. I don't know why I felt like this was so real. Well, I feel like a lot of the stuff that's going on is, stuff that's going on now. But when Carrie said, because her neighbor's kind of young, and Carrie was like, how could she afford that night? Like, the apartment underneath Carrie's, I think, is a lot bigger, and because it has, I think, 2 doors you can open up to the front door. Anyways, Carrie makes a statement like, how can she's so young, how can she afford that apartment? I said, no, that's right, girl. I be wondering the same thing about some people. Girl, how do you afford to live over there, girl? How she afford to live over there, girl? We start counting people's money, okay? Anyways, so Carrie calls her coworker. Girl, when I tell you, I was hollering when he answers the phone. Remember, I don't know if he's Hispanic, Asian. I don't know. I want to say he's Asian for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, she calls her coworker, and he picks up the phone, and he's like, hello. When I tell you, I was in here screaming because he was trying to act like he didn't know who it was. So he answered the phone acting like he was sleeping. He was like, hello. He was like, oh, so. I don't know why. That tickled my soul. Anyways, she asked him for his advice on how to handle her neighbors because they're younger. And I guess she just doesn't want to come across as an old, cranky lady. And he was like, girl, don't do it. Basically, it happened to us one time and we were basically calling her names. And so Carrie kind of just lets it go. But then she gets out of her bed and opens up the window and it's like, come on! Because they were still up to like, I think it was like 2:30 in the morning, girl. They was still sitting on the stoop, girl, like hollering and laughing and screaming. Girl, that would have pissed me off too, I ain't gonna go lie. So Charlotte is in the restroom with Harry. She is trying to convince him to wear, I think like a health monitor ring or a heart monitor ring, something like that. So he's like, well, you have to do it the proper way. So she gets on her knees, kind of like she's about to propose to him, and then she asks him to wear the ring, and so he puts the ring on, and he's like, while you're down there, basically, go ahead and handle your business, right? You know what I'm saying? So, girl, Charlotte is about to give Harry a blowjob, girl. So she unzipping in his pants, girl, about to, handle her business. And girl, Lily come around the corner. Girl, Charlotte slammed that door so fast it hit Lily in the face. Because she, Lily's about to see her mama, put in that work, right? So anyways, what's the next scene? Sorry. She tells Lily that she was down there checking to see if her father had cancer. That's what she told Lily. So the neighbor comes to apologize to Carrie. Carrie lies and basically says that it's okay. She wasn't asleep. She's a writer. Carrie doesn't want to come across as an old woman who, is complaining about noise. That's what it comes down to. Miranda tells the girls, she tells Charlotte and Carrie that she wants a divorce from Steve. Charlotte, of course, is just like, and Miranda's like, girl, what? What you got to say? And she's like, nothing, no shade. And then Carrie was like, no shade. She was like, oh, I got that from my kids. So she tells them about her and Harry's situation, about how she was about to blow Harry. And they're surprised. Like, they're like, girl, you still blow Harry? Like, girl, is it his birthday? Like, what's going on? She was like, yes, I still blow Harry. So she's telling them about what happened about Lily coming in and how she slammed the door and how she, wants to have, she doesn't want to make sex seem like this negative thing and how she wants to have the conversation with her children as it pertains to sex because she really didn't have that conversation with her mother and she wants it to be different with her and her kids. So they're trying to give her advice. That's pretty much the end of that. So Carrie and Miranda are walking throughout the building, whatever building they were at. So they stopped by this brownies place. Miranda is telling Carrie how basically, she doesn't want to be married anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then Carrie makes a comment because she was like, even if it's not Shay, I think she said something like she would rather be alone. And then Carrie is basically like, girl, you saying it now, but girl, when you alone for real, it's something completely different, right? And then Carrie says, do you know? No, she said she just wants Shay. And then Carrie says, well, girl, how much does Shay want you? Girl, that's a question. Okay, we're about to get into some things in a little bit. Hold up. So Carrie takes the brownies to her neighbor. Her neighbor's boyfriend or FWB. I don't know who he is, but girl, I ain't gonna lie, girl, he fine. He cute. Girl, the towel dropped. His little penis was hanging out, girl. The brownies hit the floor. Girl's a whole mess. So Miranda and Shay. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I feel like Miranda about to get her feelings hurt. I really, really do. I think that, so Miranda goes to Shay's job. Shay is leaving to go catch an Uber to go to Cleveland. She has, I think, a show, some work in Cleveland, basically. And so Shay tells her that she's in love with Miranda. Miranda tells her she's in love with her. She just want to make sure, like, what's going on with us, right? Because I'm about to divorce my husband. The first thing is this, Miranda, I don't want Miranda to divorce her husband because, girl, of Shay. And the reason why I say that is because I want Miranda to be happy, whatever that looks like, whether it's her being by alone, with her either being alone or with Shay. But I feel like she's only really getting a divorce because of Shay. And I think that Shay is going to break her heart. What I'm trying to say is, like, when Shay said, I cannot give you anything traditional, what I think Shay is going to be on, I think Shay going to be on some poly open relationship type of stuff. And I think that Miranda is so in love with Shay that she wants Shay to herself. And Shay not going to be with that. So Steve already told her. Oh, did I skip that part? Oh, I haven't got to that part. But Steve is going to eventually tell her, like, you know, I'm not going to fight for us, and I'm always basically trying to make sure that we're good. I just think that Miranda going to get her feelings hurt. I really do. I want Miranda to be happy. If Miranda and Shay end up together, that's perfectly fine. But, girl, it's one thing if you want to divorce your husband because I'm just not happy and I don't want to be here. But I think it is something else when you say, I want to divorce my husband because I want to be with this person. But, girl, you don't even really know if the person want to be with you because y'all really haven't even had that conversation yet. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, do you really know where Shay stands? Do you really know where Shay stands? I feel like Miranda's just putting all her eggs in one basket. If Miranda gets a divorce, again, because she just wants to be happy and I don't want to live this life that I've been living, fine. Girl, I'm moving on, girl. Miranda about to get her feelings hurt. That's what I think is about to happen. Lily. So Lily posted her photo. Lily is posting whole photos on the Instagram, right? Come to find out. So basically, they go out to eat because Charlotte wants to talk to Lily about the incident that she saw with her and her father. Lily, I think, gets up from the table. And when she gets up, her phone goes off because they put their phones in the middle of the table so they can have, you know, no distractions, just conversation. And as her phone goes off, Charlotte grabs the phone. She looks at the phone. And it's basically somebody leaving a comment under one of her pictures. Charlotte didn't know that Lily had a second Instagram page. The second Instagram page, Lily had a picture posted of her in workout gear, like a crop top and some tights, right? So, of course, Charlotte is like, oh my God, what is this? I didn't know you had this page. And it becomes this big mess. Lily eventually ends up going to Carrie's house. How Lily get there? That's how I want to know. Anyways, girl, Lily goes to Carrie's house. Charlotte calls. Carrie lets her know that Lily is here. Lily wants to spend the night at Carrie's. Carrie says that's fine as long as it's okay with your mother. She talks to Charlotte, and she just lets Charlotte know that, you know, she's going through the motions, which a lot of people do. A lot of girls do, a lot of boys, but we're talking about her. But a lot of girls, you know, she's just trying to figure out what's going on with her body, and it's not that big of a deal. Which, in the grand scheme of things, it's really not. Girl, if that was Tatum, Sloan, or Bailey, I probably would have acted the same. Ain't gonna lie, girl. I would probably acted the same way. Oh my God. What the fuck is this? Right? Nervous as shit. Carrie's outside. When I tell y'all, baby, Carrie was walking around together. When Carrie had that hoodie on, that dress, those gloves, those glasses, that scarf. When I tell you this episode was, I don't know why this episode was funny to me, girl. I wasn't drinking, girl. I don't smoke, so I'm just sober as can be. But when I said this episode was so hilarious to me. So anyways, girl, she's walking around smoking a cigarette. Girl, glasses on, hoodie. Girl, just look at a complete fool. Charlotte eventually talks to Lily. Lily, I think the whole time thought that her father had cancer. I don't even think she really realized what was going on, that her mama was about to slob on her knob like corn on the cob. Checking for me, hey, and do your job. Lay on the bed, hey, give me some head. Don't have to ask, don't have to beg. Juicy is my name. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so Miranda talks to Steve. It was really, really sad. It was really, really sad. Like, really, really sad. Like, that's all I can say. It was sad. Miranda tells Steve that she's not happy. She wants more. Steve is basically, he's okay with what they have going on. He's not upset that they don't have... He likes the fact that basically they get up, do what they do, come home, eat ice cream, watch TV, and go to sleep. In his head, that's what marriage is about. Miranda is like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to have more sex, more fun. I want to have a life. Like, Miranda wants to live, right? And Steve is like, this is my way of living. It just was it was just sad to me. Even I was sitting here like, damn, girl. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, girl, but Miranda is going to see Shay. I think Miranda about to get her feelings hurt. Miranda, you popping up on Shay in Cleveland? Honey, I think what's about to happen is Miranda about to go to Cleveland. Girl, Shay gonna be hugged up with another bitch. And then Miranda gonna be looking crazy. And Shay gonna be like, girl, I told you I couldn't give you nothing traditional. What's tea? You want to be a part of this or not? Carrie's neighbor is fighting with her boyfriend. She come to find out her neighbor is a jewelry designer. One night the music was blasting. The night that Lily spent the night, Carrie runs downstairs because she's like, girl, this is enough. The girl was passed out on the couch, music blasting. She turns the music down. That's how she found out that her neighbor was a jewelry designer. Her and the boy, I don't know if that was her boyfriend or, F buddy, I don't know. They get into an argument while Carrie's walking downstairs. The girl tells Carrie that she's cool. And that's pretty much the end of the episode, girl. That was it. This was a good episode. This is a funny episode to me. All right, I'll talk to y'all girls later. Bye.